to Truist Park for Braves baseball, presented by Truist. The world champs wrapping up a 7-game homestand within the division. Try to win a series against the Marlins today with Max Fried on the mound, a capacity crowd on hand. And yes, it's a perfect day to see Dansby Swanson send us on the road with a win and a winning homestand. Yes, Michael Harris, his big league debut, got the hit out of the way. Now let's see if he can enjoy a win as a big leaguer today. Hi again, everybody. Chip Carey, Jeff Francoeur, Paul Bird along in just a moment. Jeff, a 3-3 homestand for the Braves, but still a lot of positives for Atlanta. First and foremost, signs that this offense is coming to life.
Yeah, well, and if you're Michael Harris today, you don't have to face Sandy Alcantara, so you're going to feel good about that. Look, they got a 3-3 record. They've had to face Wheeler, Nola, Alcantara this homestand. It has not been tough with the bats. With that being said, he was able to make his debut. We've seen the bats. We feel like the approach is going in the right direction. And I'll tell you what, I feel bad for Hernandez today, because anytime you got a guy that goes out there and does what Alcantara does yesterday, this offense is going to be ready to go today. And I look for Max Fried to get the ball and do what aces do, and that's dominate and finish it off with a nice 4-3 homestand before you go on the road with an opportunity to have a good road trip.
Yeah, Braves have a winning record in this stretch of 29 games against sub-500 teams. They're 5-4. They'll try to make it 6-4 today, as Jeff said, behind Max Fried in the finale of the homestand. The Braves looking for their first winning homestand of the year. We'll get things started in Atlanta. Max Fried, Elieser Hernandez get it started with lineups and first pitch after the break. Fried and the Braves trying to win 2 out of 3 against the Marlins. Jeff, on a perfect day for baseball, and you know how good he's been when the Braves have needed a win.
Well, perfect guy when you need him on the mound to get you the series win. As we take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud versus Philly, you see the 18 outs. That's what you love. He mixes it up so well that as a hitter, you do not know what to get. You got 4-seam slider. He's throwing the curveball a lot less, which has made him more effective. And you see those numbers in 9 starts this season. Max having another outstanding year.
Max is 4-0 with a 1.69 ERA for the Braves after they lose the day before. And he will face this lineup presented by Don Mattingly and Toyota. John Birdie is in left field. Jazz Chisholm hitting second, not leadoff today. Garrett Cooper, the cleanup man. He's had a big series and a big head-to-head series against the Braves this year. Controlling him will be one of Max Fried's assignments here in Game 3 of the series. John Birdie ready to go on a beautiful day. Breeze blowing toward the chop house. And we're underway. And a quick strike from Max Fried. Beautiful, warm 83-degree day in Atlanta. The pitch.
Man, we started on time.
Love that.
Yeah.
Birdie at 277, a couple of homers, 4 driven in. He's 1 for 7 in this series. And that caught the inside corner. As you said, Jeff, the curveball and slider, they look identical. The fastball's good. He's added the changeup too, which has been a huge difference maker.
Something to get guys thinking away, but that slider to me is still that pitch that he has really taken him to the next level. You know, we used to see him so, you know, fastball, curveball. Everybody want to talk about his curveball. Now, to me, he's able to throw that and be much more effective because of that slider.
2 balls, 2 strikes for the Marlins leadoff man, John Birdie. And slowly hit towards short. Dansby charges, fires, and a good stretch by Olsen. There's out number 1. Well, when that left the bat, you thought, here we go again. That's the one thing that Max hasn't been able to control. A lot of soft contact. That time, though, it turned into an out.
No, a great play. We see Dansby do this so many times. Come through the ball, gets it, and gets rid of it quick. It's one thing I think separates this Braves infield defense from a lot of other ones. They go to get that ball.
What are your 4 keys for the Braves to head out of town with a winning homestand?
It's a good matchup for Max. I mean, you're on top of your game right now. Go out there, dominate, leave no doubt. And for the Braves second time around, Hernandez last time kind of stifled the Braves with 1 run in 5 innings. And the Braves got to him a lot, so you get a second chance today.
Jazz Chisholm appears for the first time in the series. You remember Braves caused him some discomfort on a slide to second base, messed up his knee, so he's back in action today. 1 ball, no strikes. Chisholm, a powerfully built, spindly hitter. 7 home runs, 27 RBIs, 18 extra base hits. So you want to control him in front of the heart of the Marlins order today. And this one hit in the air toward right. Ronald is there. Good to see Ronald in right today, and he makes the catch at the edge of the track for out number 2.
A little surprised Chisholm's in there today. You would have figured if he could have played at 135 maybe yesterday, you would have seen him in there. Sure, part of him's got to be send me back out there after 5 days versus Max Fried. Thanks.
Go get him.
Yeah.
So 2 quick outs. Here's Jorge Soler. Soler a 1-for-6 series. Jorge, the designated hitter for Miami today.
Someone asked me yesterday what would be my one piece of advice from Michael Harris. I said after the game I'd have gone up to him and said, you know what, you went 1 for 3. That's the hardest you're going to face all year.
Played great in center.
Yeah.
Got the first hit out of the way. As we said, hopefully the first of 3,000 or so as a major league player.
That was a big difference to me in center. You could just, he was so comfortable, natural, the breaks.
1 ball, 1 strike for Soler. Chase that up and away. 1-2 the count. So the Braves outfield today, Ozuna in left, Harris in center, Acuna is in right.
Yeah, with Duvall getting the day off, but as he gets going and he goes in left field now, to me, got one of the better outfield defenses in all of baseball.
The 1-2 pitch. Hit high in the air toward left center. Harris on his horse, still going. That ball's going to carry out. A 2-strike homer for Soler, and the Marlins strike first in the first.
Take a look at this pitch in a minute, but if I had to guess, Chip, it's all going to be location for Max. Imagine he was trying to get that ball a little bit higher than that. 103 off the bat. Didn't necessarily kill it, but he's so strong. We've seen that before in a Braves uniform.
Just the 5th home run allowed by Max Fried. Soler has his 10th, and Miami leads 1-0 with 2 outs in the first. And now Garrett Cooper is the batter. Cooper at 277 on the year, 3 homers. And gets the start for the Marlins at first base today. Max still steamed about the 2-strike homer to Soler. He's behind Cooper now, 2 balls and a strike. Fried's had impeccable control this year, just 8 walks in 55 innings. He's pitching Cooper carefully here and now has a full count. Warm day, windy day. Ball might be flying. Braves offense will face a man that's given up a bunch of homers. Let's see if Max can stop the inning at 1 run here as he prepares for his 18th pitch. We'll try again, full count. All the way to the backstop, and Cooper will take a 2-out walk. It is humid today. It is warm today. In the past, Jeff, we have worried about Max Fried and blister issues. Something to keep an eye on. He looks at his hand immediately after letting go of that baseball.
We talked a couple years ago. Max A couple times had blister issues. Hopefully that one just got away from him.
So Miguel Rojas hits with a man aboard, 2 outs. Rojas 2 for 6 in the series. And nothing wrong with that pitch. 94-mile-an-hour fastball for the Miami shortstop, who's hitting 220. Rojas had a 3-hit day yesterday, including a 6th-inning home run. Cooper, a very short lead at first. 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's a good breaking ball. That is a plus pitch for Max Fried, who will try to end the inning right here with a 1-2 count. Ozzie playing Rojas up the middle. Still on the first base side of the second base bag. Outfield shades around slightly toward right. And Max's 23rd pitch is in the dirt. It's 2-2. Max had 2 outs on 9 pitches. He'll need a 24th at the very least to get out of the first inning. With a homer and walk to Soler and Cooper, if you're just joining us. Top of the first inning on a sunny Sunday here at Truist Park. Little tapper out to the mound. Max is good as gold defensively, and that takes care of Rojas and the Marlins. Here come the Braves versus Elieser Hernandez. It's 1-0.
Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. The Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by CarShield.
1-0 Miami as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Good to have Ronald Acuna Jr. back in the lineup in back-to-back games. Ronald was the designated hitter yesterday. He's playing right field and batting first in our Toyota starting lineup. Dansby's red hot. Ozuna, Riley, Olson, d'Arnaud, Michael Harris will bat 9th and play center against Elieser Hernandez, a man that's given up 11 homers in less than 40 innings this year. The first pitch on the ground deep short. Rojas loads up. Ronald is out by a step. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the first.
Yeah, a guy the Braves have really punished in his career. Last time out, though, in Miami last Saturday night, 5 innings, only 3 hits, 1 earned run and 5 strikeouts. His other couple starts, really what has killed him is the long ball. It's interesting, we saw last time, remember, was he at 78 pitches or so, and Donnie got him out of the game.
5 homers for Hernandez in May, covering 19 1/3 innings. His last outing, he pitched out of the bullpen. He went 3. And so his last start came against the Braves. That was May 21st. And now he faces a red-hot Dansby Swanson, 12 for his last 23 at the plate. What a homestand for the Braves shortstop, who's now 3rd among National League shortstops in hits. He's got 44 of them now.
Now, what you like is he's doing it everywhere. Power, going the other way. Talked how he had kind of a rough April, all the strikeouts. Well, he made an adjustment, and really for the last month now, he has been doing great work while playing Gold Glove defense.
And as much as he's been hitting the ball up the middle into the right side, I'm really surprised teams are still shifting as much as they do for Dansby.
We said the Marlins continue to. We saw the last day or two, as you see Hyundai inside the numbers with Dansby Swanson. Look at that. Month of May compared to April. That kind of says it all right there. And we saw the Phillies, Chip, for the last 2 games. They stopped the shift on him. They had Gene Segura played almost actually normal second base. Marlins still continue to shift him this way big time.
And even more so with 2 strikes.
Yep.
Let's see how it works out. The pitch is corked over the netting, foul.
But you can tell that swing right there, that approach, if you were to slow it down, his hands stay inside the ball. He's trying to hit that ball up the middle. He's not out in front. He's not coming around. Not saying you're going to get hit every time or get rewarded, but you have that approach. Dansby's going to have himself quite a year.
The 2-2. Hit in the air to right. And De La Cruz gallops in. Wynn playing a few tricks with that near the line. And Bryan makes that catch. And Dansby is out number 2 for Marcell Ozuna. Marcell looking for his first hit in the series. Who better to get it against than Eliezer Hernandez? He's 6 for 13 in his career head-to-head.
Yeah, he owns him.
Eight homers, 20 RBIs for the Braves left fielder. A slider, strike 1.
I mean, that's the thing. You really, he's a 2-pitch pitcher. Now he's going to sink and 4-seam that fastball, but that's his bread and butter pitch. That slider almost plays like a curveball.
Threw it again and missed this time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Braves getting their first look at the Marlins right-hander in this game. He's 2-4, a 5.45 ERA, and again susceptible to the long ball. The pitch. Line drive center. That ball is walloped into Chattahoochee Falls. I don't know what the launch angle was on that, but that was an absolute missile to straightaway center to tie this game.
109 off the bat. You said it. This ball didn't get but 20-30 feet off the ground. That was the whole thing. You didn't know if it was going to be high enough to get out. De La Cruz in center field pretty much just turned around, and that's squaring the ball up. It's amazing, isn't it? You're hitless in the series in your 6 for 13 career, and you just see a guy, and it's like it comes back to you.
So a couple of 2-out homers in the first inning for these 2 clubs. Game tied 1 apiece. Marcell Ozuna with his 9th home run. And Austin Riley, the Braves cleanup man, is up. A 20-degree launch angle for Ozuna, a 1-iron, and a splashdown hit in straightaway center. Riley unloads. How far's that one going? The Braves go back to back.
Now Austin Riley gets a spinner on this pitch. 437. Distance wise, 110 off the bat. This is just a little spinner trying to go away, and it backs up. I would say the ball's traveling today. What do you think?
Yeah. That one way out of here. It's the second time this year the Braves have gone back to back. First time was in Milwaukee when Riley and Ozuna turned the trick against the Cy Young winner Corbin Burns. This time it's Ozuna first, then Riley in the first inning, and Max Fried now has a lead. And we told you Ball's up against Hernandez. You have a chance to have a lot of fun offensively. So that's 13 home runs now in 40 innings as a major league pitcher this year. Here's Matt Olson. Shift on for him with 2 outs. Matt is looking for his first hit of the series. 2-1 Braves in the first inning. Hernandez's fastball has been sitting 92 miles an hour or so. That slider around 80, 81. And the Braves have timed him up with back-to-back solo homers with 2 outs. And that one's going to try to split the gap. It will. That's going to go to the bullpen gate. Olson's on his way to second with another double. That's his 19th double of the year. So 3 straight extra base hits, Jeff, with 2 outs in this first.
Yeah, let's keep pouring it on. Got the 2-2. Last time at 1-1, he threw that curveball, got him out in front, then tried to go fastball away. Good job by Matt. Comes right back with that same pitch, and he hits a double.
Matt Olson's on pace, Jeff, to hit 62 doubles this year, which would be an all-time franchise record going back to the Boston days. So number 19 here in game number 48 of the season. So a quick meeting from Mel Stottlemyre Jr. with Eliezer Hernandez as they chat on a warm day. Let's step aside for a word from Texas Pete.
Welcome to the tribe. The Texas Pete tried and true. Texas Pete, sauce like you mean it.
I think this shows you again with how good the Braves have been swinging the bats, Chip, how good Sandy Alcantara was yesterday, because these guys are picking up right where they left off on Friday night.
Travis d'Arnaud with a runner in scoring position. Boy, is this where Travis has shined for the Braves this year. Hitting over 400 with RISP, 17 RBIs. For the Braves catcher. And 7 hits against the Marlins here in 2022. So Hernandez throwing a lot of fastballs, a lot of sliders, through a sinker the first pitch of this sequence, trying to find something to get the Braves off his out pitch. They have hit him hard with 3 straight extra base hits. And d'Arnaud all over that one, fouled straight back. 1-2.
Combine those 3 hits, 107.4 off the bat. Loud.
And long 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good lead by Olson at second. They shift around to right for d'Arnaud, and he hits it to short. And Rojas gets a friendly hop and the peg to first. Great comeback for Atlanta. Ozuna and Riley go back-to-back for the second time this year for the Braves. Matt Olson with his 19th double to boot. And after 1, Max Fried now in front. 2-1 here in Atlanta.
By your local Hyundai dealers.
Pretty car, pretty day as we welcome you back to Hyundai Sunday. The Marlins and Braves from Truist Park. 3 homers in the first inning. Good news is, partner, the Braves have 2 of them and the lead.
That's right. Nice to answer right back, give Max Fried that lead.
And they'll face Brian De La Cruz in the Miami second. De La Cruz hitless in the series. We caught a shot of Max Fried looking at his fingertips in the first inning. Is that cause for concern today?
Well, I think last time out he had talked about how he cut his finger with his fingernail as he was pitching, and so more than anything he might have just hit that little point where it was. But the way he came back on the next guy in these 2 pitches lead me to believe that he's, you know, going to be just fine.
24 tosses for Max in the first inning. Let's see if he can have a quick and economical second with the bottom part of the Miami order up. And pushes De La Cruz off the plate. And a ball and 2 strikes. Broken bat, little flare into right. Ronald coming on, makes the chest high catch. And a good start to the second for Max. Jesus Sanchez, a left-hand hitter, is coming up.
Starting to see him sprinkle in that changeup as time's gone by too. So now almost to the point where he's throwing all 4 pitches at any time. And that fastball too, he's able to also kind of sink and run away. See how he approaches Sanchez. We've watched Braves pitchers go fastball up in the zone, and Sanchez has really struggled laying off that pitch.
Not just against the Braves, but everybody. He's hitting $145 in May. There you go, Jeff. Good call. Strike 1. They play Sanchez to pull on the infield. Straight away in the Atlanta pasture. The 0-1 pitch. Swept away. It's an even count. Well, the Braves have the right guy on the mound. Trying to head out of town with a winning series, winning road trip, or winning homestand, I should say, before the road trip.
Yep. Hopefully a winning road trip coming up, right?
Yeah. We've got Arizona and Colorado up next.
2 great places to swing the bats.
A ball and 2 strikes. Big slow curve ball. Sanchez fought that off.
That's the other thing I tell Michael Harris. You're going to like the next 2 places you're playing.
Bet, yeah.
Although tell him in Colorado in that center field, you better be ready to run a little bit.
That was going to be my next question.
From a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag in Colorado. But we'll be there beginning Thursday night for a 4-game series with the Rockies. Now the 1-2 pitch. Just missed.
I think another reason, though, it is important to have him up at this point. And I'm sure that road trip was thought about because Arizona, Colorado, the way the ball flies, 2 of the bigger outfields in baseball. So you got a lot of room to cover there.
Little chopper slowly hit. Fried can't get it. Dansby bare hand can't come up cleanly. Soft contact. Another sub 70-mile-an-hour exit velo hit against Max Fried. It's just amazing. Infield hit. Sanchez aboard with 1 out.
Just over Max's head. 69 off the bat.
I mean, it's amazing. He's given up 52 hits. 13 of them have been under 70 miles an hour.
I think you look at it, though, like Kenley, when he talks about it, good pitchers like this, they're going to get soft contact. They're going to get jams. And unfortunately, in baseball, they're going to find holes sometime.
This is Williams Astudillo. And that one is going to stay foul. And back to first is Sanchez with strike 1 and 1 out.
It looks like a 0-2 kind of protect the plane swing, not your typical 0-0.
Astudillo called up from AAA on Wednesday. He's 2 for 6 with the Marlins this year. Stolen a base in this series. He's played second. Today he's playing third. And served late and foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Astudillo, a double play candidate if Max can get a ground ball here. He's way ahead, 0-2. There's the ground ball right at the bag. Flip to Dansby and the peg to first. Love it when they follow the script.
Beautiful.
Double play ends the Marlins second. Braves go back to work up a run.
Many different ways. What's one of those ways? Base running. Talking to Eric Young earlier, he said, Paul, nothing gets the dugout fired up more than taking an extra base on a team that doesn't expect it, because that gets us going offensively just as much as the homer. In this series, we saw Dansby go from first to home and score on a blooper to left. We also saw Harris go first to third yesterday like a race car, mix in Ozzie and Acuna. And guys, this team can run.
It is a good base running team, Paul, and that's another weapon. They've got guys who can steal bases, as you said, go first to third, even score from first on short doubles.
I'm a bit, I preach it up here, but I love the first to third. I just think it pushes the issue with the defense, forces a great throw. And as a hitter, it's such a difference. Birdie, you can probably even say it as a pitcher when you got first and second one out compared to first and third and one out. It's just such a different situation.
Jeff, you're absolutely right. I can tell you this as a pitcher, too. When somebody goes first to third and they shouldn't have, that gets me frustrated with my guys in the outfield, too, and that makes for a bad dugout on the other end. I learned this. I'd love to get your thoughts on this, Jeff. You saw Dansby run through a stop sign, Wash put up at third base. They said that's okay, because if you look over your shoulder and you think you can take it, then go.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, the third base coach is not going to be 100% correct all the time, and it's a split decision. Now, I think it'd be an issue if every game guys were just running through stop signs, but, sometimes in a situation like that, again, just like defensive positioning, Chip, sometimes your instincts have to take over.
1 ball, 2 strikes for Ozzie. And it's been said of a third base coach, to your point, if he's not getting guys thrown out every now and then, perhaps he's not aggressive enough.
Yeah.
And that is that delicate balance.
And then that first and third situation, all of a sudden a pitcher knows a fly ball's a run, where at first and second, pitcher's fine with a lazy fly ball.
Just foul off the bat of Ozzie Albies. We will see a 7th pitch here in the second. Braves touched up Hernandez with back-to-back solo home runs and then a double in the first inning. That's where our score stands. 2-1 Braves, trying to take 2 out of 3 from Miami and get back to 500 here at home. While the Braves are up, Ryan Snitker not sitting in his usual seat. He's perched on top of the dugout steps along the railing, getting a good look at Ozzie Albies at bat here in the second inning. The 2-2. Boy, the Braves are getting good swings.
Yeah, they are. Well, Hernandez, Sandy Alcantara could face the Braves in 5 days again and probably still have success, but Hernandez, when your last start is versus this team and they get a second look at you like this, tough matchup.
Yeah, Bertie, is that a really difficult thing for a pitcher? Yes, he had the relief appearance in between starts against the Braves, but back-to-back starts against the same team. What's the biggest challenge about that?
Well, I love what you guys said about just Alcantara. He's going to be the same and he's going to be fine. But if somebody like me or somebody that has lesser, mediocre, medium stuff, you've got to give a team different looks. And Chip, what that means is if I went fastball heavy and got them out first, then I've got to go breaking ball heavy and pitch backwards the second time. And then I've even got to mix it the second and third time through. So I'm not saying that to put myself down. I'm just saying you have to know the hand that's dealt. And you have to be able, if you don't throw 97, 98 miles an hour and a disgusting slider, you have to be able to throw 4 different pitches for strikes, throw in, out, up, down.
This is a great big league at bat by Ozzie Albies, by the way. 11 pitches. And it continues.
Yeah, and Bertie, I don't think I know what you're trying to say. You're not, you had an unbelievable career. I think what you're saying is if you don't have overpowering, you don't have Jacob deGrom, Sandy Alcantara, you're going to have to mix things up a little bit. You can't go in with the same game plan.
Absolutely. I think Davidson yesterday, I thought it was great that he came out throwing curveballs.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one hammered toward right. And misplay. Cruz boxed that ball, and Ozzie Albies on his way to second. A 13-pitch at bat. He's got a double.
Man, I thought he hit it right at him, and after 13 pitches to battle that hard, and as you said, a bad route by De La Cruz coming in, and Ozzie gets rewarded with a double. And he just hit that ball right through it. De La Cruz thought it was going to be more hooked to it. He didn't realize how much that ball was hit through.
Wynn pushing the ball toward the corner. De La Cruz a misplay. The Braves have 4 hits, all of them extra bases, and now Contreras' job, get Ozzie to third or get him home if he can. He's had a good homestand with 6 hits. Boy, Paul, that's got to take the wind out of your sails. Great at bat by Ozzie Albies. 13 pitches. You get a fly ball to right instead of an out. It's now a double, and he's got even more trouble.
Absolutely, totally frustrating as a starting pitcher to have 13 pitches, nothing to show for it.
On the ground, that's fair. That'll head to the corner. Ozzie will stroll home. Contreras continues his sizzling work at the plate. Nothing wrong with 2 doubles in a row, is there?
Well, I'll tell you this, 5 straight extra base hits to start the game. I wonder when the Braves have done that the last time. Who needs singles? Get that man a double.
So Michael Harris is coming up. This will be his first chance to hit with a runner in scoring position in the big leagues. Great note in the Braves press notes today. Harris, the 69th Brave to get a hit and score a run in his major league debut. That happened for Atlanta yesterday. Jeff Francoeur's on that list.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what you were hitting after your first 7 games in the major leagues? What would you guess?
350?
Higher.
380?
Higher.
400?
Higher.
Jeez.
First 7 games in the big leagues, Jeff Francoeur was 9 for 18 at the plate.
All right.
So we'd like similar production from
why not?
Michael here. He's the youngest Georgia-born player to play for the Braves since they moved to Atlanta in 1966. And a swing and a miss. Can't advance the runner. Harris is down on strikes. And Eliezer Hernandez has 1 out. Here's this very impressive list of homegrown players debuting for Atlanta.
I think out of all those pitchers, doesn't BMAC look the most baby-faced?
I don't know about that.
No.
I kind of miss Brian's beard in that period. He was too young to grow a beard.
That's exactly.
You know.
Now he hasn't shaved in 10 years.
He's got the Billy Gibbons CC Top look working. Runner at second, 1 out. And in for a strike. That's the great thing about the Braves. They've done such a remarkable job of mining the fertile ground that is Georgia for baseball players.
So much good talent. Not just in Georgia, but the metro Atlanta area. Every year you're seeing 3-4 guys, whether it's they went to college or here, get drafted in the first round.
No balls and a strike. And down and in for Acuna. It's 1-1. Good to see Ronald back in the lineup. We got a scare yesterday when he was hit on the hand by a 98-mile-an-hour pitch yesterday. Obviously, he continued to play. There was no intent from the Marlins starter, just got away. But Ronald's been plunked 7 times in his career by Marlins pitchers, far and away the most by any opponent.
And I think yesterday you could tell, like you said, Sandy went up to him, slapped him on the back and said, you know what, I didn't mean to. He knows it.
1-1 count. Braves lead 3-0. 41 pitches for the Marlins right-hander, and number 42 is up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Dansby would be next. He doesn't want to throw Ronald a fastball. Ronald's not going to chase that breaking ball. So what's a man to do with a 3-1 count?
If I had to guess, he's going to walk him.
Because as you know, when Ronald's right, he's in scoring position right now. At the plate. The pitch. Oh, what a rip.
Man.
Center cut, 80 miles an hour, I guess just below hitting speed.
Oh, yeah. If he connected, that one would have gone a long way.
Maybe out on the concourse.
Yeah.
Even with the wind blowing briskly in from left. Atlanta with 2 homers, 5 hits, all extra base hits, up 3-1 now. And the payoff is knuckled foul. The 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. That was a much better breaking ball that time. And back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs, and Dansby the hitter with a runner at second.
Might actually been the best breaking ball he's thrown today. That one was at the bottom of the zone at 82. Look at the one before up in the zone. That one bottom part.
But he's not out of the woods yet. Red hot Dansby Swanson, the batter. 12 hits on the homestand. And 5 RBIs. He'd like to pick up number 6 right here and bring home William Contreras, who leads at second. And inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Two in the first, 1 so far here in the second for the Bravos. And the pitch. Generous inside corner, evens it up.
I feel that was the same pitch as the one before.
Well, as an umpire once said after a player complained about a sequence like that, the umpire said, at least I didn't get them both wrong.
Yeah, right.
The pitch. Golf toward right. De La Cruz froze this time and makes the catch, and that retires the side. So his misplay led to the 3rd Atlanta run. A couple more doubles for the Bravos. We head to the 3rd. His indescribably good play is what Atlanta Jeff has done in the first 6 here at home.
Yeah, and I think what stands out to me in those numbers, extra base hits. Rays have absolutely been able to find gaps, hit some home runs, and this is what we're used to seeing from this offense.
Nick Fortes, the catcher, is leading off, and to your point, finish this one strong, build some momentum, and go to 2 great hitters parks, Arizona and Colorado, on the upcoming road trip. This one right back where it came from. So the leadoff man on for the Marlins for the first time today, Nick Fortes, with a base hit. He too played with the Jumbo Shrimp in Jacksonville. So Max back to the stretch with John Birdie coming up. He's the Miami leadoff man. Max got him to ground out to start today's play. On the ground, might be 2. Ozzie pirouettes. There's 1 to throw to first. Close, but not in time. Braves get the leading runner. Fortes retired. Berti trades places with the catcher. 1 out.
Tell you, they made this a lot closer than I thought they would at first base, with Ozzie having to go a little bit the other way. Dansby gets rid of this ball quick, but Berti's got good speed.
Well, that is such a beautiful dance at the second base bag.
I know, right?
It's done as well as Dansby does it. That toe tap, get out of the way of the runner and throw that strike to first. Middle infielders, the most athletic guys on the field, with all due respect to the right fielders and pitchers.
Yeah.
And nobody's doing it better than Dansby right now, as Jazz Chisholm hits with a runner at first. He flied out to start his day. Close play. Caught Berti napping as he had to hustle back.
One thing we know about Max, he's got one of the best pickoff moves in the game.
Another ground ball. This one a race to the second base bag, and just in time. Great play by Swanson in the shift. They knew they had no chance to get Chisholm, and they had to hustle to get the speedy John Berti. 2 out.
Well, great job. The instincts. This is where baseball instincts kick over. You know you're not going to get 2, but you know you want to get that lead runner, and Dansby's able to beat him to the bag and get out of the way.
See, there's that athleticism I was talking about, right?
Yeah, behind the right fielders.
So Soler, the batter. Max seeking some revenge here after Soler hit a first inning home run.
Max said, here, hit this fastball.
Yep.
Let go.
As you said, it wasn't a matter of the pitch, but the pitch location that cost him in the first. That gave Miami a quick lead, but the Braves stormed back with 2 in the first, 1 in the second, lead 3-1, 2 outs. With a dangerous hitter, Jorge Soler up. One of the issues the Marlins have had this year is they don't score, generally speaking, a lot of runs. They have to try to manufacture it with speed on the bases. Chisholm has done his part with 6 stolen bases in 8 tries. But he's staring down Max Fried, who's looking right at him here with 2 out.
And what they try to do is have their starting staff keep them in games long enough to give their offense a chance to score a couple and pull away. But I mean, you think about it, you have a guy on the mound struck out 14 yesterday, and still Braves had a shot in the 9th inning.
One pitch. That split the plate. Soler didn't pull the trigger. A ball and 2 strikes.
That was a slider that you saw Max trying to go back foot. Caught too much of the plate, but got away with it.
Max looking good. He's allowed a run on 3 hits. He's getting the ball on the ground a lot today. That's Max Fried like. The 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Overcooked that one. And now Chisholm will get a chance to run with 2 outs. A 3-2 count to Soler with Garrett Cooper waiting on deck. Don't want to face him with men on base.
No, you want to put this inning to an end right here.
But this is what we saw Soler do for us last year so often. Works counts. Not hitting leadoff, but sure swings the bat like one. The pitch. And a big breaking ball fooled him, and Max Fried strikes out Jorge Soler. Max holds a 3-1 lead after 2.5. falls. I don't know what the launch angle was on that, but that was an absolute missile. That it was. The Braves with a couple of home runs, 5 extra base hits, and Marcell Ozuna will start the fun for the Braves. As you see the home run metrics on number 9 for the Braves left fielder. That got the game tied as he and Riley went back to back.
I don't know about any of that. I just know that ball was absolutely smoked dead center into Chattahoochee Falls. I haven't seen too many balls go there yet this year.
Well, it's heating up, like you said. Weather's warming up, and so is this Braves offense. You know, you made a really good point, and it's worth repeating, about whom the Braves have faced. Again, this came straight from the Braves media notes. There are 19 major league pitchers who have thrown 30 innings or more and have an ERA under 3. The Braves have faced 10 of them already this year. 2 balls and a strike. And look, you know, you have to be the best guys to get where you want to go. That's going to happen.
Sure.
But you are going to run into guys who have big games, and you have no choice but to tip your cap and move to the next one, which is what the Braves are doing today. As the 2-2 pitch on the way to Marcell, and that one's launched high in the air, deep left. Ozuna's got a 2-homer day. Way out of here to left. Another Atlanta extra base hit, 3 homers. And Marcell now in double digits with 10.
458 feet, just over 109 off the bat. That's a hanging breaking ball, and he did not miss it. Those are the ones you love.
Fans battle for the souvenir. How about that great catch? Let's see if the Braves can go back to back again. Wouldn't that be something? This one squibbed to the right side. Jazz Chisholm let that ball spin into his glove. Riley's retired for the first time. So the second multi-homer game for Marcell this year. I believe I heard 14 for his career. And that extends the Braves lead. Looking good today, 4-1.
I'd love to see us get like 12 hits today and all be extra base hits. We got 6 of them right now, 6 for 6.
Olsen has one of them, a 2-out double in the first. And that's out of play, foul. You're talking about the upcoming road trip. It's an important one for the Braves. When we come back, Matt will reunite with the Oakland A's. They'll be the first team in. Oakland for 2, the Pirates for 4. Again, the Braves in this stretch after the Marlins, Arizona, Colorado, Oakland, Pittsburgh, Washington, the Cubs. That gets us to late June. So trying to make some noise, make a move, get back to 500 and see where you are. You're right. Two balls and a strike for Matt Olson. And 3-1. Matt hit the foul pole on the homestand.
See if you can hit him.
That's Wayne Berry, our great center field cameraman, here for years with the Braves. Pitch. Hit high in the air. Let's see what the wind does to this. Astudillo and Chisholm. And Jazz has that. Olson's out number 2.
I think he tried.
Yes, he did.
Just under that ball.
Travis d'Arnaud's up. He grounded out to end the Braves first. 4 runs on 6 hits for the Braves. 1 run, 3 hits for Miami. And the pitch. It's 1-2. Innings will be extremely important for Hernandez and the Marlins today. They go to Colorado after this game.
That's why you might see Hernandez, even if he's given up a couple of these long balls, he might have to get them 100, 105 pitches today.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss will retire the side, but a big day for Marcell Ozuna. A couple of hits, both of them have left the ballpark, and that extends the Braves' lead.
Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet. Only from Xfinity. And by Synovus, the bank that helps you get there.
Beautiful day in Atlanta. Braves playing long ball. They've hit 3 homers to support Max Fried. 4-1 is your score as we head to the 4th inning. Well, the Battery Atlanta's been hopping. The ballpark's been hopping. Over 1 million in attendance achieved yesterday. Another crowd around 40,000 again today. For the homestand finale, Garrett Cooper versus Fried to start the 4th. And that's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Max Fried's strikeout of Jorge Soler is the first of the day for him, but it's a milestone strikeout, Jeff.
Number 500. Congratulations. Hopefully we'll see 1,000, 15, and on and on.
A ball and a strike for Garrett Cooper. And up and away. It's 2-1. Cooper, Rojas, and De La Cruz up for the Fish in the 4th. Smoke towards center. Harris got a good job and a diving catch. How about that play, Jeff? His 2nd big league game. Hang out a gold star on that baby. Wow.
Beautiful. I thought the way he hit this ball was going for sure in the left field gap. Look at that, he almost caught it with his bare hand. Yeah, as a pitcher, you'll appreciate that. Good defense saves you an out. And a tough out at that.
So 1 away in the 4th. Rojas, the batter, he tapped back to the mound. On the ground, deep short, and that one's going to bounce through. Rojas picks on the first pitch, and that's the 3rd, make it 4th Marlins hit.
Let's take one more look. As you can see, he almost overran it. Oh. Ball hit his bare hand and then into his glove.
Not how you draw it up, and certainly didn't feel good.
Wow.
But the result was
pop those knuckles. 107 off the bat. Ouch.
So runner at first, 1 out for De La Cruz, who popped out his first time. Max has 6 ground ball outs in the first 3 and a third innings today. He's gotten 1 double play turned behind him. He'd love another one here. Keep that pitch count manageable. He's in the low 50s. That is such a devastatingly good pitch.
He's got to where he can throw it at any time, and he won't, you know, we used to see about 20, 25 of these a game, and I feel like now he's sporadically taking that pitch down, but when he throws it, it's much more effective.
That's how to play off to our right. Max back in the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Max doing what Max Fried does. When the Braves need a win, he's your guy on the mound. He's 4-0 this year after the Braves have lost the day before. 18-8 for his career. That is the definition of an ace. And tipped and caught. De La Cruz couldn't catch up with the high heat. That's strikeout number 501 for Max. 2 outs.
You talk about a beautiful sequence there. Curveball, sliders, and then 96, 95, 96 up in the zone. It's tough to square that ball up, but much less foul it off. Good second strikeout on the day.
That'll bring up Jesus Sanchez, a soft single for him before he was erased by a double play ball. Sanchez hoping May ends fast. He's hitting $145 this month. And boy, he's got a powerful swing, Jeff, but it's a big long swing.
He's going to have to me what it looks like, he's going to have to shorten that thing up. I mean, he is getting beat. It's one thing to get beat with fastballs up in the zone, but like that 96 down in the zone, you'd think you would like that to drop the bat head on it.
One strike pitch. Grounded toward third, in between hop. Riley spears that, and Max Fried rolls through the 4th inning with a 4-1 lead. What's going on up there?
You got it, Chip. I came up here for a frozen Frenchie's Blues, but they didn't have that. What they did have was the Atlanta Braves Fantasy Camp Reunion. Fantasy Camp goes down every January. Braves.com/Fantasy Camp. We got Sean all the way from Arizona. You're a Hall of Famer in Fantasy Camp. Why do you keep coming back?
Definitely is interacting with people like Sid Bream and Steve Avery and Terry Pendleton, all the legends, and then also getting to play with these guys. Every year that mystery comes back as fantasy campers. Yes, sir.
Everybody's fired up here. We got a father-son combination who pitched for Team Nick Green. You guys combined on a shutout. What's your best pitch?
The one that goes across the plate.
No, strike. He's a strike thrower. I like it. I got to know this. How good a manager is Nick Green?
Oh, Nick Green is a great manager, the best ever.
That sounded a little sarcastic, am I right?
You're wonderful. And Mike Bilecki, too. You're both great.
Brian Jordan's better. Brian Jordan's better. Brian Jordan is better. BJ's great.
We beat you, BJ.
Brian Jordan didn't get a W.
The debates continue, guys. To find out, I guess you got to sign up from Fantasy Camp. We're headed to Arizona. We'll see you out there as well. Greg McMichael and others, what a great thing they got going here. Everybody obviously feels like family. You spent a week together in the locker room, grueling it out on the field. Congrats. Winners championship, 4th year. Didn't win. Maybe next time. Chip.
All right, Bertie, great report. Yeah, Fantasy Camp is a blast.
I don't know, but I want to go out there. Those guys are having a blast.
Yes,
today.
No question.
We should have had them hanging out with us Friday night.
That's right. You know, that'd be another great place to do the game, right under the scoreboard in straightaway center.
At Mr. B's Bourbon Bar?
Yeah, well, maybe after the game for that, but certainly in that area of the ballpark, there's so many great vistas here at Truist. That would be one of my favorites. Right down by the on-deck circle would be another. And another packed house on a perfect Memorial Day weekend Sunday. And we hope as you enjoy your time with friends and family, don't really want to say happy Memorial Day, as that's whistled into left field by Contreras. He's got 2 hits, but hope it's a thoughtful Memorial Day weekend as well. So many have given so much for us, and we think about them today, tomorrow, and frankly always.
Yeah, well said, Chip.
All right, Michael, let's pick up your second hit. He struck out in the 2nd inning. As Jeff said yesterday, you're so eager and anticipating your first big league game. Your second at bat came in the 6th inning.
I know, right?
Today it's in the 4th.
I loved his interview. I heard after the game on the way home, they were asking him about what he was going to do tonight or last night, if he was going to go to dinner with his family. He said, I want to go home and sleep.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
Well, you can.
Absolutely.
He went through it.
Exhausted. Best thing will be happening. Get on the bird today and get out and sleep.
1 ball, no strikes. And a cue shot hit toward third. Astudillo to second one. Chisholm's return to first not in time. Harris good speed beats the rap at first. And he's aboard with 2 men out. Well, in case fans missed it yesterday, I was interested with what you had to say. You think the Braves' expectations are of Michael making a jump that you made from Double-A to the major leagues this year.
I told you, I think just, from an offensive standpoint, Chip, just hold your own. Show me you can have productive at bats. You're going to go through some, mini slumps and where you're learning guys. But if he does what he did in the outfield last inning that we saw and continue to make all those plays, you can live with him progressing offensively if he's not 100% ready. And I think when the whole thing is, I feel like no one's ever fully ready to come up here. I mean, you got to learn. The pitches are sharper. The guys out of the bullpen, it's a lot different. He's going to be just fine.
Ronald has a big hole right side with 2 outs. Missed a pitch in his last at bat. He's chomping at the bit here. And takes a little low. 1 ball, no strikes. I would assume, Jeff, one thing that's going to help Michael is all the scouting tools that are available to him for the crash course in pitching he's going to face at this level.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to have more information. Sometimes you almost wonder with a kid like that, you want to pull back, not give him too much information.
Good lead. Pitch to Ronald. Cut on a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's where you talk about instincts taking over. When you're in the minor leagues, it's not like you're getting all these reports on what this Double-A guy has. You kind of watch him, you feel him out, and it worked there, so it can work here. So take a little something that you might like from that, but don't over inundate yourself.
And having this guy hitting behind you, if you will, ought to help him too at this level. See a lot of fastballs.
And if he hits ninth, to start off, it's an extra leadoff hitter with that speed.
.33 runs for Michael Harris and his first big league run yesterday. He's got a good lead with a 1-1 count. And Ronald a little late. That over the inside edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So a great day for Michael Harris. One he'll never forget. Our All-State Mayhem moment. First big league game, Jeff. Looked like he's been here a long time.
Now look at that. Takes a 2-1 pitch from Alcantara at 99 out off the plate. He's able to score his first run in the big leagues. The only run the Braves were able to push across yesterday. And what a great day for him and his family.
One ball, 2 strikes. And his whole family after the game, as the ballpark had emptied out. I was deep in prep for this game today. The whole Harris family was out on the field getting a picture with Michael kneeling on the grass by the first baseline to get a picture of the scoreboard after his major league debut. It was a wonderful special moment too. The pitch. High pop. And at first, Cooper is there, puts that away, and that ends the Braves' 4th inning. To the 5th we go. Max Fried leads by 3. Brought to you by Truist. Max Fried's through 4 with a 3-1 lead. Atlanta, all of their hits but 1 have been extra base hits so far in Game 3 as the Braves try to win this series with the Marlins. Let's check in with Birdie.
Guys, check out who I found at the back porch. The best looking catcher I ever threw to best hitting catcher I ever threw to. Javi Lopez, what's it like when you get back to Atlanta? What do you miss?
Everything. Love it. The atmosphere, the game, the clubhouse. I mean, it just bring me good memories.
And the fans appreciate you. You can't go anywhere. You're a celebrity. I was lucky to even pull you over here. What's that mean?
It means everything to me. I mean, these are the fans that I always love, and coming back here, recognize me still. It's a good feeling.
You're coaching your 8-year-old in the Little League now in California. Yes. Are you having fun?
Yes, I'm having a blast. Yeah, my 8-year-old, he's playing All-Star team right now, and I'm their coach. and it's fun.
I hear he's got a hose. Javi Lopez, everybody. What a Little League coach. Always having fun getting back to Atlanta. Some superstars are out today, guys.
Always great to see Javi Lopez at the ballpark, as that's off the plate to Williams Astudillo. That last shot that we had, with all due respect to Paul, is truly Beauty and the Beast. Wouldn't you agree?
100%.
Javi, one of the most popular Braves, as this one is line just out of reach of Ozzie Albies. Astudillo is aboard with a base hit. Again, we talked about it. Don't be deceived by this guy's quote unquote non-baseball body. He's an athlete. He can hit.
100%. And I think, you know, you're seeing him get a little spark right here for them. Had 2 hits yesterday. One thing about Javi, too, you can tell, I mean, he's still in great shape. Looks like he can still play. Man, Greg McMichael does such a good job of bringing those guys back.
Nick Fortes, the catcher, singled his first time up and takes a strike. That's one of the great features of this place on Sundays, Alumni Sundays.
Yep.
Out in the Battery area, the green space by the Omni Hotel, Greg McMichael does a sit-down interview with Braves heroes of years past. Autograph sessions here, and of course today Birdie had him out in straightaway center as Fortes, a good baseball play, singles to right, and Miami threatens now with 2 on, nobody out in the 5th inning. So back to the top, John Birdie the hitter, 2 aboard for the Marlins. Max Fried leads 4-1. Here's a quick message from Truist.
Jessica was born to care. That's my best friend. She don't need no.
Miss Hogan's class? It's Atlantis.
Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care.
Birdie 0 for 2. Max could use a double play here. He's protecting a 4-1 lead. The Marlins have 6 hits today. 5 of them singles.
Fortes got 2 good singles. One up the middle and that one right there, shot it to right.
Took what the Braves defense gave him. And he's at first base for Birdie, who looks up and away. It's an even count. Max now starting his 3rd trip through the Miami order. Miami's left 3 on base. Max would like to add to that total here in the 5th. One more of those might move it forward. Strike 2.
Where you could really use a changeup right here. Another one of those and you get a strikeout.
Max has his sign. Here it is. Let's see if that sets up the outer edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You don't want to go 3-2 if you can avoid it. So a very important pitch coming up for the Braves left-hander Max Fried here with John Birdie in the box. The runners have good leads, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup, Jeff. Beautiful. The inside fastball set that up, and now he's a ground ball away from getting out of the inning.
Yeah, here I think, yeah, this was a curveball on the outer side, but did the job. Same kind of thing though. Got him looking in, Chip, and went away with something soft.
So Chisholm is the batter. Jazz has flied out and reached on a force play, so he is 0 for 2 in his first action in this series. Birdie unable to advance the runners. For a good sequence to get the Marlins leadoff man. Let's see what he does with Chisholm. That's a good way to start it. Outside corner, a strike. Action has begun in the Marlins bullpen. That's Tommy Nance.
That's the thing too. I think he's doing a great job of getting ahead of Jazz. He hasn't played in about a week now, I guess. What, he had one at bat on last Sunday against the Braves, right? And then they pulled him.
Just a handful, if that, for Chisholm. Yeah, he hasn't played much, so his timing might be off.
Yeah. Get him to expand the zone a little bit.
Astudillo at second. The catcher Fortes at first for the Marlins with one out. Fried with 2 strikes. Trying to get a chase, and that's off the plate. 1-2. Pitch number 5 for Max Fried to Jazz Chisholm here. The pitch. Straw came out. How about that? 2 on, nobody out. Back-to-back strikeouts, and he did it different ways.
Yeah, left on left changeup here. Beautiful. Went up that last time pitch, fastball running in. This time pulls a string on changeup, looks the exact same, and gets a swing and miss. For being a guy that can go strike out guys like this and have strikeout stuff is so huge.
So now you're an out away from getting out of this jam. And Soler on the first pitch. Strike 1. Soler was Max's first strikeout victim today, and that was number 500 for his career. This is what you love about Max Fried. No matter the situation, can't tell if he's in trouble or not. He might be the coolest guy in the ballpark.
Yep.
No balls and a strike. Check of the runners at first and second. The pitch is up and away. Pretty good take by Soler. So that's our Beating the Pressure feature, brought to you by Coors Light. Max Fried, last 4 at home.
He's been so good here, as you've seen this afternoon. Able to make pitches when he's needed to. Really, besides that, been a stopper. When the Braves have suffered a loss, he has come right back. Got them in the win column.
With a 4-0 record and a 1.69 ERA. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Marlins can't time this off-speed stuff all of a sudden, and he's a strike away from punching out 3 in a row after back-to-back hits to start the inning. One ball, 2 strikes. Ooh, man, that was close.
Wow. I'll say this, though, he has been consistent with that pitch all day, balling it down there. We've seen from Hernandez on quite a few.
And despite the big strike zone of Jorge Soler, he is a very selective hitter. He's had a lot of deep counts already today. He'll see a 5th pitch with 2 on and 2 out.
If you remember last time he got Soler to punch out on that 3-2 curveball. They went to it there on the 2-2 count.
So what are you guessing for Fried here?
Man, I like it. I would go back to it. I'm not against that.
Option 2 for Fried. Here it comes with the runners moving with 2 outs. He lost it outside, and a 2-out walk loads the bases, and Garrett Cooper is coming up. So Astudillo's at third, Fortes at second. Soler coaxes the base on balls, and now Cooper, who's 0 for 1 with a walk, digs in.
And now you're gonna have to make a pitch.
Standard infield alignment for Garrett Cooper. Astudillo, Fortes, and Soler the runners. Soler the fastest of that trio. He represents the tying run at first. On the ground, right back to the mound. Max Fried with the bases loaded. Cool as a cucumber. Marlins strand 3 in the 5th. Valley Sports is brought to you by USAA. This Memorial Day, join USAA in honoring our nation's fallen heroes. And by Yellowwood. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it. Those fans want a souvenir. The Braves have hit 3 of them today. 3 solo home runs and lead 4-1. Boy, great job by Max Fried to escape a bases loaded jam a moment ago. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Truist Park. Buy and manage your game tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Next chance for Braves country to see the Braves at home June 7th through the 12th when the A's and Pirates come to town. New pitcher on for Miami. This is Tommy Nance. We saw him pitch on the 21st down in Miami. He gave up a hit and a couple of walks.
It's such a different type pitcher because you're getting a curveball about 60% of the time from him, and the other 40 a sinker.
Nance came over from the Chicago Cubs. Dansby 0 for 2. He's flat out to right twice.
Kind of the same we saw last time. 4 innings for Hernandez, 5 last time, but he kind of gets him out of there and goes to that pen.
One pitch. As you know, the Braves, when they're at their best, they punish opposing bullpens. They're starting to do that a little more often. Marlins bullpen has given up 13 homers this year. They've walked a bunch of people too. They've got a 3.19 ERA, so that group has been better. But the problem for the Marlins today, Atlanta's offense and Max Fried have been excellent, as has been Marcell Ozuna, who's hit 2 homers and waits on deck. Hitters count for Dansby. 3-1 pitch. Line drive into left field. Got the fastball and didn't miss it. So Swanson's streak continues. He's 1 for 3 today.
Yeah, 105 off the bat. Beautiful job. Lays off the 3 curveballs to get to 3-1. He gets himself a fastball in the zone and does not miss.
We kind of talked about this on the homestand too. Last year, I believe, was the first time in many a year where more off-speed pitches were thrown than fastballs in our sport. The old hitters count, get a fastball. Well, that was a rare sequence, and Dansby took advantage.
Well, the 3 curveballs weren't really close, and he laid off every single one of them pretty darn easy, so he got a fastball and didn't miss it.
Well, you know what's better than a 2-homer day?
3.
Yep. Let's see if Ozuna can do that. Strike 1.
I didn't know if that was like a trick question.
No trick questions. Get greedy, Marcel. Hit another one. He's got 10 homers now. Runner goes. Good jump. Pitch is low. The throw is high. And Dansby Swanson has a stolen base. He's 7 out of 7.
Well, perfect pitch to do it on, too. I love how you saw the first pitch was a fastball. So he comes back with the curveball. That curveball allowed Dansby to get a good jump and get in there. And good job holding the bag.
Yeah, the foot stuck. So an RBI chance for Marcel with a runner at second. Everything clicking for the Braves offense in this game. 4 runs on 8 hits. Popped up. Cooper drifting toward foul ground and onto the warning track. And Ozuna pops out. There's the first in the Atlanta 5th. Austin Riley, the batter. He homered in the first inning. Austin's bringing the lumber on this homestand. And that feature brought to you by our friends at Yellowwood.
Hey, think about it. Austin started this homestand, Chip, by batting 7th 2 games in a row. Well, he showed he should be right back up there in his 3-4 spot, and here he is. Big home run today. Great homestand for him.
Yeah, that homer put the Braves in front to stay in the first inning. And you're right, Jeff. One of the subtle lineup changes that Snit made last year was getting Riley into the 4 spot. Boy, did he explode in the second half offensively for the Braves. Looking for more of the same in this game. Dansby's going to try to steal third, and he is in safely. Love it. Now a fly ball gets you a run.
This is that scenario, remember, we talked about with Birdie back in the second inning. Another great jump. Wasn't even paying attention to him. You bring the infield in. So now as a hitter, Austin Riley's thinking, there's a lot of positive things. I can bloop one. I can get jammed. I can hit a high fly ball to the outfield and I get a sac fly. It puts a lot of pressure on the pitcher and helps the hitter relax. A lot of good outcomes can happen.
1 ball, 1 strike with Riley up. It cannot be fun for an infielder standing as close as the left side is with a man as strong and powerful as Austin Riley at the plate.
Now you better be ready.
It almost looks like they could shake hands with Austin. That's how close they are. So make him pay, kid. 2 balls and a strike. Chopper just foul. And 2-2. I would assume, Jeff, this is one of those times where you were glad you're an outfielder.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll stay right. You can hit as hard as you want to me out here.
Yeah. So a big pitch in the game for Riley. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Olsen on deck. The pitch. And inside out. That kissed the chalk. Fair ball. A run is in. Riley around first on his way to second. Another double for Atlanta. Right down the right field line. And Riley has a 2 RBI day.
He waited on that. Again, when you know all you got to do is put it in play with 2 strikes. That was a backup curveball, and he stayed inside of it beautifully. As you said, kiss the chalk.
Four doubles, 3 homers for the Braves today, and 2 singles. Up and down the lineup looking good for the Braves. As Matt Olson bats, he doubled in the first inning for Atlanta. 5-1. And low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, this is beautiful for this Braves offense too. They're just tacking on the runs.
Those are big. Add-on runs. Swing and a drive. Hammered toward right. De La Cruz back. Near the bricks. Off the wall. Riley scores. Olson's got another double, and the Braves are pouring it on. Love it.
Nine hits now for the Braves. 8 extra base hits today.
That'll work.
3 home runs, 5 doubles.
And Mel Stottlemyre walks out slowly to the mound to try to give Nance a breather. Braves are punishing their pitching staff today.
Just another curveball up in the zone. Takes the bat head to the ball, and Matt Olson now with his 20th double.
As we said, on pace for a franchise record. Hugh Duffy in 1894 hit 57 of them. 1894, the Boston Braves. The modern day record, Marcus Giles had 49 doubles in 2003. And at this pace, Olson might get there by August. So he's heating up at a good time. 2 more runs across. It's 6-1 Braves in front. 10 hits. Darno looks for his first. And up and in. Ball 1. Two balls, no strikes, and a chopper past Wash into the Marlins dugout. It's 2-1. Kind of game the Braves needed, wanted, and have on a getaway day. Nothing better than a happy flight to start a Western road trip. Still a ways to go today, but the early returns are terrific. As that one is cut on and missed, it got away from the catcher. Runner will move up. Matt Olson's at third.
Well, now again, another break. You bring the infield in.
That's a wild pitch. So yeah, infield comes in again. A lot of lanes for Darno. Again, a fly ball gets you another run. Did he go? Yeah, he did. Darno's rung up at first.
Thought he had just gone around a little too much there. Wasn't able to hold up. Look at the side angle. Yeah, it was close.
We've seen a lot more not called a strike.
Yeah.
So that's the second out. Let's see if Ozzie can deliver here in the 5th inning. On a day when the Braves bats have been booming, Jeff, maybe the most impressive at bat was Ozzie's in the 2nd inning. A 13 pitch sequence. He doubled to right. De La Cruz misjudged that ball, but a hard-earned double. And then Ozzie scored a run to make it 3-1.
He made Hernandez work a lot those 13 pitches and took a lot out of them.
4 runs, 7 hits, 4 innings, 3 homers for Hernandez. As we said, it's now 14 home runs given up in 43 innings for the Marlins starter. The pitch. Late called strike on a curveball. And Nance ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice long rest for Max Fried, who had some stress in the 5th inning. The Marlins loaded the bases before he got Cooper to hit a comebacker. So he'll be fresh and ready to go with a 5-run lead at the moment. And that's blocked at the plate. Good to see Matt with a couple of doubles. RBI number 17 for him. He stands 90 feet away. Ozzy's got an insect problem, I think. Now he's ready. Big hole left side with 2 strikes. Astudillo moves over to the shortstop hole, and Ozzy can't connect. Back-to-back strikeouts, but the Braves strike for 2 more runs in the 5th inning. Swanson a single. Riley and Olson with back-to-back RBI hits. And we head to the 6th inning. Looking good in Atlanta. The Braves have a 6-1 lead. Opponents on the upcoming road trip is the Rockies. Kyle Freeland on the mound. He just found out how good a player Juan Soto is. Hard to believe Soto's hitting just .228. Not a lot of protection, Jeff, for him in the lineup, but a big homer for the Nats, who lead 4-1 at Nationals Park. The Nationals 17-31 at the start of play today.
Yeah, if he just found out how good he is, he needs to tune on MLB every once in a while, right? Special player, and Braves will get Freeland. We would assume Friday or Saturday in Colorado.
In Coors Field, where we head next.
Hit it high, let it fly.
You got it. As Max Fried starts his 6th inning. Nice long rest for him after the Braves sent 6 to the plate in the 5th inning and scored twice.
That's what we used to say. Go there to get healthy.
I'm just glad the Braves are playing the Rockies in the first half of the year in Denver.
Yeah.
1 ball, no strikes.
Feels like we're always there in either April or late September.
Yeah, and the point of that is, you know, when you're fighting down the stretch trying to win your division, your pitchers are, if not on fumes, trying to conserve the bullets for postseason. That's a tough place on a pitching staff, especially in a 4-game series. And that's what I think Jeff made last year's World Championship season all the more remarkable. All the Western trips the Braves had to make last year late.
Yeah, but their final 2 out west.
3-0 count to Rojas, and the automatic strike in. 3-1.
Now at 87 pitches now, what you want to tell Max is go get me through the 6th inning, and then I can get the last 9 for you.
Hammered, foul. Rojas is 1 for 2 today, a 4th inning single. The Marlins have just 6 hits today. 4 punch outs for Fried. He's issued a couple of walks, but now has a big cushion, 5-run lead and a 3-2 count. But he lost Rojas. Max has had a base runner in every inning today. He did face the minimum in the 2nd inning when Astudillo hit into a double play. So a little extra work for him here with De La Cruz coming up. Brian is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out. Max trying to finish his month of May 3-0 for the Braves. Opponents hitting just .242 against him this month. Check swing off the net. Strike 1 for the Marlins right fielder Brian De La Cruz. In the air toward right, but that'll curl into the stands. As we mentioned, the Braves #1 in the major leagues in home attendance. 1,007,155, not counting today's crowd. This is the 28th home game for the Braves. They've seen a good one today. Good pitching, good defense, and 3 homers. The pitch. He is low, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, this is the part of the lineup you want too right now if you're Max. You got 6, 7, 8, 9 to get 3 outs.
There is action in the Braves bullpen. But first, the 1-2 pitch with Rojas leading at first. Here it is, out of play.
It's like this big righty Jackson Stevens.
Look at that ERA for Mr. Stevens, 1.08. That'll work.
It's been really good. Saw him come in Friday night while we were out in the bleachers and throw 2 beautiful innings to bridge it to Kinley.
Breaking ball, got De La Cruz. He is something, isn't he? 5 strikeouts for Max Fried.
Everything was hard. High and elevated, and then look at that. Drop the hammer on him. Way out front.
So now it's lefty-lefty with Sanchez, who's 1 for 2. That hit an infield hit in the 2nd inning. Max has yet to throw 100 pitches in a game this year for the Braves. His next is the 97th. 99 last time out over 6 innings against the Phillies. He's trying to knock off a Marlins team that's given him some trouble in the past. Not much trouble for him today, though, with a 6-1 lead. And the 2-1. Astudillo is next. So is pitch number 100. Check of the runner at first, and the 3-1 is on the ground. Ozzie will take the sure out at first with the speedy Rojas making his way to second. There he stands with 2 outs, and Astudillo, the final hope for the Marlins.
Well, great job by Ozzie, Chip. He probably could have got him at second, but he would have had to turn it, make a really quick throw. In a 6-1 lead, you got your pitcher out there trying to battle through 6 innings, get that second out, and now let him finish it off right here. You feel good about it. Great day.
Astudillo, a very aggressive hitter, is 1 for 2. A single and a double play ball. Runner at second, 2 outs. And Rojas holds at second with the ball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Another quality start for Max Fried, his 7th out of 10 starts. Braves trying to go 6-4 in games in which he's pitched. 1 more out to get, and then the bats go back to work. Upstairs to Astudillo. 2 balls, no strikes. Braves opening day starter trying to close out the Marlins today. The pitch.
Good fastball in.
.95 miles an hour, perfectly located. Chopper hit to Riley. Big hop. And Max Fried is through 6 innings with a 6-1 lead. Nicely done, left-hander. Braves bats go back to work.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by your local Ford dealer, Delta Airlines, keep climbing, and by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Fun day at the ballpark in Atlanta. 6 runs on 10 hits. Max Fried, 6 innings of terrific pitching. And the Braves trying to close out the Marlins and win this series on a perfect Sunday here in Atlanta. Just when you wondered about how to become a Braves A-list season ticket member, well, and you're not sure what is the best location for you, the Fielder's Choice Ticket Plan offers you the chance to have Braves tickets you can redeem for any number of tickets to any game of your choosing. You'll also get a 20% savings off gate prices here at the ballpark. Learn more and see all your options at Braves.com/Fielder's Choice. This is Dylan Floro. Not much work and not much luck for the veteran right-hander this year.
No, he was one of their main guys they were really leaning upon last year. This year has not had the same luck for the Marlins.
William Contreras is 2 for 2. And Michael Harris is coming up.
Flora had 63 appearances last year, 53 of them scoreless.
That hasn't happened yet this year. 2 more hits for the Braves DH. William Contreras, 8 hits on the homestand and 4 RBIs. That shaved off an inside corner. Contreras not sure about that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Contreras, Harris, Acuna. That's a nice threesome for the Braves offense right now. As Floro peers over the glove and gets set for his 2-2 pitch. That's on the ground at Rojas to his right side saddle and the throw to first in time. And that's out number 1. Harris 0 for 2 today, but boy, he brought the crowd to its feet with a great catch in the 4th inning.
Yeah, off Cooper. And I guess catch it any way you can, huh? I think Max realized it too. Like,
unconventional.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So truly you can say of Harris, he has great hands.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he played it off. It had to hurt a little bit.
So he'll face Floro here and takes a little low. 1 ball, no strikes. Lashed out a play foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another huge crowd here at the ballpark, Jeff.
Just under 40,000 as we went over 1 million yesterday. Today 39,669.
1-1 pitch. Got on and missed.
Great crowds all weekend.
Fantastic. And when Oakland comes in, we've got one more ring giveaway. I think the replica ring giveaway when the Athletics are here, the Pirates for the weekend.
Yeah.
After we come back. So summer is here, school is out, and the Braves are starting to heat up. The pitch. High fly ball to center. And Harris is out, number 2. Back to the top of the order, and Ronald Acuna Jr. This Memorial Day, join USAA in honoring our nation's fallen heroes. Looking for his first hit of the day. He is 2 for 6 in the series. Can't let the Marlins leave town without delivering a little more punishment to the Fish pitching staff. For Ronald, that has been his specialty.
I had that huge double the other night that ignited the Braves for 3 runs to take the official lead 6-4.
As a pinch hitter.
Yeah.
First pinch hit assignment of the year. One. Oh, what a rip. It's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Our racetrack fueling up feature features Ronald versus the Marlins.
Yeah, it's, you hear of guys being dominant against other teams. This is a whole nother level. I mean, this is when you just truly own another team. And I think Ronald actually admitted it the other night a little bit that he owned them.
1-2 pitch. Golf toward right field. De La Cruz on the run. That is caught on the warning track. Acuna thought it was a double. Instead, it ends the Atlanta 6th. 6-1 Braves. On Monday, I believe that's right. No, it'll start at 7:30. I beg your pardon. All 3 games for you will be here on Bally Sports. I was reading a little more slowly than that graphic. Got to catch up, Chip. And interesting note, as Jackson Stevens comes on to pitch, Kelly mentioned it in Braves Live, Spencer Strider's going to start that game and start the road trip for Atlanta. So you'll definitely want to tune in and see Spencer Strider's first start with the Braves, and you always want to watch relief pitchers throwing like Jackson Stevens is today, Jeff.
100%. And we saw him throw 2 beautiful innings Friday night at that big sinker, and I'm excited to see Strider pitch. If you think about it, you know, he was kind of stretched out for a while, then he wasn't. And I think, what did he throw, 46 the other day about? So.
Oh, Nick Fortes hit in the back of the helmet. Hit batters happen, but no pitcher likes to miss there.
No, and thank God he's okay and running down. Kind of got him on the side as he was able to turn.
You can actually see the mark on the Marlins batting helmet on the left side. See it? Ever so slightly imprinted on that black helmet. So a scary moment has Fortes aboard to start the 7th inning. Braves lead 6-1.
What I was going to finish with is I think the Braves have tried a lot of different things with that 5th starter. And maybe now they're just deciding, you know what, we want to try this out. We know how he can do in the pen, but we want to try to give him this shot and see if they can have it. You know, you need another one for another couple months.
That one fouled back. Again, Braves in a stretch of 17 days without a day off. So you do need a 5th starter, as you said.
And it's tough, you know, to keep bringing someone up, whether it's Eld or Davidson, every 5 days. And look, if they have a good outing, you know, great. And if they don't, then they feel, you know, I might be going back to AAA. That's a tough. We saw Kyle Wright do that for too long. It doesn't work.
No balls, 2 strikes. That's guided foul. If you missed the news today, Tucker Davidson was sent back to Gwinnett by the Braves today, and Jesus Cruz was brought up. Cruz in 11 games at AAA, 20 strikeouts, 1 walk. So a hot pitcher will join the Braves, going to 2 hitter-friendly ballparks on the trip. 0-2 to Birdie.
What was the one thing we saw Kyle Wright for those couple years when he was up, down? He had trouble locating the ball, Chip. Had some walks, got behind guys. What did we see with Tucker Davidson? The stuff plays. He's got a strikeout pitch in that slider. Got to throw strikes. And so for him, go down there, keep pitching in AAA. And at some point, he's going to have his time up here.
1-2 count. Is golf toward third. Riley's going to have 1 play. Good grip on that baseball, and runner at second. 1 out. Well, look, it's interesting to see how a pitching staff evolves over the course of a season. We know how interchangeable parts are in the bullpen. It is kind of an experiment for the Braves to give some of their youngsters a crack at earning the 5th spot. And it's difficult in the early part of a season because you have so many days off. But with that in mind, Jeff, the Braves have used 5 different number 5 starters. Bryce Elder 4 times, Davidson 3, Inoa 2, Jesse Chavez as an opener once, and Kyle Muller has started a game. That's 5 guys that have made 11 starts, and that group has combined to win 2 games.
And that's the thing. It's a rotating door, and eventually, you know, to me, there's only so many times you can do that.
Jazz Chisholm, the hitter.
Look, I think all of us, man, can't wait for Soroka to get up here. With that being said, we saw it Friday night. You know, he's a couple months away still.
Yeah.
I mean, he has got to ramp it up down there. He's got to do his fielding stuff, make sure he feels good. And then you have a 30-day rehab. I promise you, it's going to take those 30 days.
Little dribbler. Who's going to make this play? Stevens did with a last-minute snag. Wow, what a great play. If he doesn't make it, Chisholm might be safe at first. Well, that was a great athletic play.
Look at the big fella. Get it on his own. I got it. Get out of the way. Very athletic play. Don't let it fool you.
And a smart visit to the mound here by d'Arnaud to give Stevens a chance to catch his breath. Once he retires Jorge Soler, we will send you to the stretch. That is presented by Synovus. Guys have had a chance to say yah a couple of times today. We always like that. 3 homers for the Braves, who've wrapped out 10 hits, most of them extra base hits. A great way to wrap up the homestand and get us ready for the road trip. So here is Soler, runner at third now, and 2 outs. Max Fried, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 5 strikeouts, 104 pitches, 63 strikes. He's in line for his 5th win. He looked very good again. The pitch. Soler's reached base twice. He homered in the 1st inning, struck out in the 3rd, and then walked in the 5th. That was called a strike. Soler didn't think so.
Well, we've seen Barksdale down at first base. He's called that majority of the day today.
Swing and a drive. That is not coming back. Soler has a 2-homer game. So the Braves lead is now 3 runs in the 7th inning.
That's loud, isn't it? That's a big man. Two-seamer in and down. He's starting to heat up.
Good, he's leaving town.
Yep.
So Soler, 3 hits in the series, 2 of them left the ballpark.
114 off the bat on that one.
But you still lead by 3. And Garrett Cooper is the batter. He's hitless in the day's proceedings. And a strike. Looking ahead to the home 7th after the stretch, Swanson, Ozuna, and Riley are coming up. One more of those, and we'll head to the bottom half of the inning. In the air toward right. Ronald will measure that up, and Garrett Cooper's quiet day continues. Soler with a home run makes it a 6-3 game here in Atlanta. As you see, Dansby Swanson, Marcell Ozuna, and Austin Riley. 3 hot hitters are coming up to try to get those runs right back in the wrap up here at home with the Miami Marlins. As is customary here at Truist Park, it's great to welcome Timothy Miller to the center of the diamond. Timothy, the voice of the Atlanta Braves, will conduct another wonderful rendition of God Bless America on this Memorial Day weekend 2022 here in Atlanta. Braves trying to wrap up their first winning homestand against the Marlins.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet
He's amazing, the one and only Timothy Miller. Braves 6, Marlins 3. Let's send it to the stretch.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Stretch is brought to you by Synovus, the bank that helps you get there.
We welcome you into The Stretch, presented by Synovus. Braves with a 6-3 lead as they head to the bottom half of the 7th, along with Peter Moylan. I'm Kelly Kroll. The story in this one so far, of the Braves' 10 hits, 8 for extra bases, including 3 home runs. That was the back-to-back we had from Austin Riley and Marcell Ozuna. And mind you, Ozuna having himself a day because he picked up his 2nd homer of the day in the 3rd, Peter.
Yeah, no secret. The offense was struggling a couple of weeks ago. Then came in Philly and we rattled off 38 hits in 3 games. 32 of which were singles. So we said that someone's going to pay for that at some point, and I think we're seeing that today. Marcell Ozuna goes deep twice, 109 miles an hour off the bat with both of them, and Austin Riley decides to get in on the party as well, also 109 miles an hour off the bat. When these guys are doing this in the middle of this order, and we've got the athleticism at the top and the bottom, it's tough to look at this offense and think that they're going to struggle for much longer.
That's the kind of power they were waiting on, waiting to see. It is heating up, certainly, and they may not be done yet. We'll get you right back to Braves baseball after a quick word from our friends at Synovus.
Opportunity won't always come to you, but with Synovus as your bank, you can always go towards it. Synovus, get there.
Great job with the stretch. Atlanta 6, Miami 3. The 2-3-4 hitters are coming up for the Bravos. Miami goes to its bullpen yet again. Their third relief pitcher is coming on, and it's a man that's been busy in this series. He's been busy against the Braves all year long. It's right-hander Lewis Head.
He's had a lot of action against the Braves. Saw him for 3 innings last Friday coming in, and then appeared Friday night. Good sinker, though. He's done a good job.
Dylan Floro workday scoreless 6th for Miami. Let's see if Swanson can change that narrative against Lewis Head here in the 7th. Braves have the game set up the way they want from a pitching standpoint. They've got Minter and Jansen ready to go with a 3-run lead, and the bottom part of the order lurking in the 8th and 9th innings. But a little insurance wouldn't hurt, as that's inside. 1 ball, no strikes. That's the Marlins lineup against Dansby defensively. Big acreage on the right side if he wants to pop a ball that way. Dansby singled and scored his last time up and stole 2 bases back in the 5th.
He's done such a good job of laying off that off-speed pitch away. Getting in good hitters counts.
And in 1 here. 2 balls and a strike. Yanked foul. That'll ricochet into the netting. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just missed it. And into center. Sanchez measures that up. His glass is gleaming and makes the shoulder high catch. And that's out number 1. Braves have hit 3 homers today. That has been a nice story on this homestand. Jeff, that's our Synovus Get There feature.
Yeah, they did a great job this series against the Marlins, really helping out the pitching staff. See that average exit velocity, 92. They've hit some big home runs from the heart of that order.
And 13 runs in 3 games. That is going to win you a lot of series.
Yep.
Especially with this Braves pitching staff doing good work. Ozuna has scored twice, 2 solo homers for him. Max Fried, the pitcher of record for the Braves, got 6 runs of support today. He'll take that every time. And his next start will be in Colorado against the Rockies. Looks like Fried and Freeland would be the matchups.
Yeah. Because Rockies got no off days either, right? With the, I'm guessing if the Marlins are going out there, it's probably a 3-game series before we come to town, I would think.
Yep, no off day. They play tomorrow.
You don't usually go out west and play 2 games.
But disadvantage for the Marlins, it's a day game tomorrow. 4:10 Eastern time start, 2:10 out west for both clubs. They got to fly all the way from Washington. So quick turnaround as Ozuna 1-2 pitch and didn't get that. A breaking ball retires him. 2 up, 2 down in the Atlanta 7th. Austin Riley is up. 2 extra base hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs.
He needed a nice homestand like this. just to get him back going. Not only that, a majority of his hits the last 3 or 4 days have been either doubles or home runs. Getting some power.
Up the elevator shaft, as they say. Jazz Chisholm and Rojas converge. Rojas says he's got it, and he does. And the Braves are out in the 7th. We go to the 8th. 6-3 Braves. Boy, a 6-3 lead as we set it up for A.J. Minter and Kenley Jansen here in Game 3. We invite you to join us at Truist Park all summer long to take advantage of the T-Mobile Value Pack, which includes a game ticket, a snack and drink for as low as $20. You can choose from one of 3 great seating locations for any regular season home game and get a snack and a beverage at the Truist Park concession stands. Go to Braves.com/value and purchase your pack today. Good day to have a sun hat. It is a gorgeous afternoon.
Perfect.
And A.J. Minter will try to work a clean 8th. Rojas, De La Cruz, and Sanchez are coming up. Rojas has reached base twice. He's singled, he's walked, and he's hit a comebacker. One thing AJ has excelled at this year is retiring the first batter. He's gotten 18 of 21 out.
Just makes life easier on you, too.
No question. 1 ball, no strikes. And a little low, ball 2, 2-0 the count. AJ has kept the ball in the ballpark. He hasn't allowed a homer in 47 consecutive innings. That's the longest active streak in the big leagues among relief pitchers, and the 3rd longest overall of any pitcher in the major leagues. So he's done great work. He's behind here. 2 balls, no strikes to Rojas, and this one lifted out of play and off to the right. We had Tyler Matzik out with us in the bleachers on Friday night. It was really encouraging to hear how Tyler said he felt as he begins the road to recovery from the inflammation in his shoulder, Jeff.
Yeah, and the good thing for him is you get the feeling that he's not too far off from when he last threw, so he's not going to need as much time, maybe a couple appearances, just to make sure he's healthy and feeling good. So hopefully that's not a prolonged absence.
2 balls and a strike. Nobody on or out for Rojas, and scorched to center. Harris on the run, still going. Turns, adjusts, and makes the play. That wasn't easy. And Michael with a super play in center to retire Rojas.
What you love watching here is watch the speed. This is a great angle to see him get back. Yes, he got turned around a couple times, but he was able to stay in the sun, and he was able to stay with it and make a nice play.
Remember, this is a man playing his 2nd game in this ballpark in his career.
I would imagine we'll see it out in Arizona and Colorado, but I'm looking forward to seeing Acuna, him, and Duvall in the same outfield.
So big lift for Minter. Nice catch to straightaway center to retire Rojas, and De La Cruz, the batter, 0 for 3 is he.
So 24.4 sprint speed. I don't really know what that means, Chip, but I'm guessing it means he ran fast.
I was going to say, it's faster than you and I.
100%.
So a super catch, another fine day defensively for Harris in center. Remember, he made that circus grab earlier in the day. And that catch saves Minter a little trouble here as he's got De La Cruz in a 1-2 hole. Jesus Sanchez would be next. The Braves in the 8th will have Olson, Darno, and Ozzie Albies looking to add on to a 6-3 lead. The Braves have out hit him 10-7. Base is empty for AJ, who comes set. Kicks and fires and struck him out. Everything hard until the decisive pitch. Good sequence, 2 away.
Yeah, pulled a string on him after all the hard one, and then throws this beautiful changeup. Gets him out front.
So one more man to get. Jesus Sanchez is that man. First, a quick message from Zaxby's.
It's the new Signature Club with bacon and cheese, remixed by Zaxby's.
Infield hit for Sanchez. That came against Max Fried. So that's all for him. And 3 trips to the plate. And it's amazing how quickly word gets around the league and to a pitching staff where a guy's holes are, how he's swinging, what to exploit. Right now the Braves are finding all the holes in Jesus Sanchez's swing.
Yeah, he's getting worked right now. He's going to have to make an adjustment back, and I think you said it a couple innings ago to me. He's going to have to shorten that swing a little bit. Like you said, when he connects, it goes a long ways, but he's got to be able to put the ball in play a little bit.
Braves have had him 0-2-1-2 this whole series. That's the count here, with 2 outs from AJ Minter, and the pitch just missed. Wow, that looked like a strike. Throw it there again, AJ. You might have fooled the umpire.
Man, that's a pretty good pitch.
One ball, 2 strikes. The Braves want to see Astudillo lead off the 9th. He's on deck with 2 outs and now a 2-2 count. Off to our left and into the sun-splashed fans in the first deck. Oh, and a great catch by a fan who leaned over one of the standing tables, and in his effort to get the foul ball, knocked over a very large drink into the purse and all over his shirt. But he's got the souvenir. That'll cool him off on a hot day. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch.
Where was that fan from? What section is this? That's selling out.
I'm saying Auburn, Alabama. Fans from Auburn.
Maybe they know Huddy.
I was going to say, Tim taught him how to catch. And look at that. Do anything for your daughter, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Very impressive 8th inning for AJ Minter. He strikes out 2. Braves 6, Marlins 3. Atlanta on their way in game 3. Braves from Truist Park. Atlanta trying to take 2 out of 3 from Miami. Have their first winning homestand. Before we head to the West Coast, that's a big story today, as well has been the booming Braves offense. 10 hits, 2 of them from Matt Olson, who will lead off against Richard Blyer, who last pitched on May the 6th.
Did he go on the IL?
Yes, so.
I would think so, right?
And that's into the seats foul by Matt Olson. No balls, 1 strike.
Matt has 2 doubles today. I think on that pitch he was trying to join the home run crowd.
Why not? There've been 3 of them.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch is off the netting and out of play. Yeah, Blyer was on the injured list in early May. His placement there was for undisclosed reasons. But he's back against Atlanta today. Facing Matt Olson, who's had a good final game. On the ground to second. And a topspin roller to Jazz Chisholm. That's the first out, and Travis d'Arnaud is up. He's looking for a hit. And before Travis sends one airborne, let's pause quickly for a message from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
Base is empty, one out for the Braves catcher. And that one's hammered a long way down the left field side and under the second deck. Well, it's great to see all the kids at the ballpark. School is out. They'll run the bases after the game. That's after we watch Kenley Jansen pitch the ninth. We'll have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. He's getting loose in the Braves bullpen.
You got to love it too, because he's got 4 hitters to get 3 outs before you bring Soler back up.
Little chopper right to Jazz Chisholm. Had his man played perfectly. And Blyer has 2 groundouts to second. 2 outs for Ozzie Albies. A 13 pitch at bat turned into a double and a Braves run in the second. Ozzie will turn around and bat right-handed. Time is called. A ball got loose in right center field.
The oldest trick in the book, Chip. Give your reliever a little bit more time to warm up.
Really? Huh.
I'm not saying that happened.
But how about those fans above the Braves bullpen? They got a thrill of a lifetime.
They just got a ball.
No swing that time, says Lance Barksdale. Look at these guys. Brian McCann's twin came up with a souvenir. You said he's got a great beard working.
He does.
Strike 2. You were a kid. Did you ever catch a foul ball at a big league game? Did you ever come close?
No, I caught a hockey puck at a Thrashers game one time.
Did you?
Yeah, but that was it. Murph gave me a little ball when I was a kid at Fulton County.
That sounds like something Murph would do. The pitch is poked out of play, foul. Oh, that went in and out of the hands of a fan down to our right. It's amazing and wonderful the amount of joy a fan gets when they catch a souvenir.
Hey, you're just not expecting it,
Nope.
you know.
Pitch. That one popped down the left field line and into the seats in the old days. And I'm talking about way before even when Jeff and Bertie were playing. Foul balls that were hitting the stands were returned to the game. So they would only have 3 or 4 baseballs in use during a single game. Can you imagine how?
Now you'll go at 1 at bat, wasting 3 balls.
Oh, easily. Easily. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt for Ozzie. 2-2 the count. And for reasons like that, back in the days when guys were leading the major leagues in homers with 9, 10, 11, 12, they were hitting a soft baked potato by the late innings. In the early days of our national pastime. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ow, that got a piece of the catcher on the way by. Well, Fortes has taken some punishment today.
Yeah, he is. He's going to get a well-deserved rest or nap on the way to Colorado.
Just when you think you're out of harm's way in the late innings, that happens right off the toe. Base is empty for Ozzie Albies, hitting right-handed. The pitch. Mile-high fly ball. Can anybody catch up to this? Foul ground. And no play. Two balls, two strikes. Fly ball, well hit left. At the track, at the wall, it's off the base of the wall, and Ozzie Albies with another great at bat. A 13-pitch at bat in the second. In the eighth, Jeff, a 10-pitch at bat, and he's got a pair of doubles.
Say this, he has earned his 2 doubles this afternoon. Fouled off a whole bunch of balls, and then finally, that's the thing, if you can continue to make that pitcher throw, eventually he's going to give you one out over the plate. Everything Ozzie saw was in. That one left over the plate.
Well, how good is it to see 11 hits, all the extra base hits, the home runs, and it's all up and down the lineup. It's not just concentrated with 1 or 2 guys.
11 hits today and 9 extra base hits, 3 homers and 6 doubles.
That will work.
Yeah.
So now Fortes is out to talk with Blyer here. Wonder if there's a pitch comm problem. I think that is the case. Blyer's having trouble getting communication from his catcher, so another device brought out just in case it's a battery issue. So you saw Fortes briefly push a button on his catcher's gear to make sure that Blyer could hear it. He could. And now they've recalibrated that. And we're going to work here with William Contreras. 2 for 3 in the 8th spot for the Braves DH today. 8 hits on the homestand, 4 RBIs.
I get the feeling you're seeing that a lot more with nobody on base. Just use the traditional sign. Someone gets like this on second to go to pitch comm.
Well, that's what it was intended to do,
yeah.
right? With runners at second. Braves have implemented that. Some like it, some aren't as
interested in
or
it.
comfortable
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
using the traditional signals. No balls and a strike for Contreras, and that's inside. It's 1-1. Kenley's good and ready in the Braves bullpen. Long inning continues. After 2 groundouts, Albies with a 10-pitch at bat and a double. And now William and the Braves down to their last 8th inning strike. A ball and 2 strikes your count. If the Braves get another run, you might see Jesse Chavez start the 9th inning. Be a non-save situation if that were to take place. As it stands, it's 6-3. And bang foul toward Don Mattingly, the Marlins skipper. This will be our last look at Miami for a while. We see them next in August. The 12th, 13th, and 14th down in Miami. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marlins battery can't get together, and Contreras, a catcher by trade, sensed that and decided to step out. Great battle. Tell you what, that's something else that's worth talking about for the Braves offense today. Yesterday, a tough day. Today, tough at bats.
Yeah.
Really grinding them out, making these Marlins work. And now 1-2. Inside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So after Ozzie saw 10 pitches in this inning, now Blyer's going to have to throw an 8th to William Contreras. You get the sense he's reeling his man in. And fouled away again.
And you're seeing Contreras do the same thing Ozzie did. You see Blyer loves to keep coming in on these righties, try to get him to roll over, jam them.
Pitch number 9. High fly ball popped up. Right center field. Who wants it? It'll be Sanchez in center, and that will retire the side. 3 outs to get for a winning homestand for Atlanta. 6-3 your score. Memorial Day in Atlanta. Plenty of memories for Braves country today. Atlanta with a 6-run, 11-hit attack, hit 3 home runs in their 8 turns at bat today. And Kenley Jansen is on to try to make a winner again for Max Fried after a Braves loss. Kenley's been outstanding, looking for save number 12.
He's been really good. 11 of 13 on the save opportunities. See, the 6 walks, 3 in his last 4 appearances, but other than that, he's been really good. As you can see, Aguilar's coming out on deck. He's putting all the stops, Chip. Wendell, Aguilar, unloading the bench. As you see, Adam Duvall moves in left field, so now you're getting to see, Chip, at least 1 inning of the outfield defense we've been talking about.
If Kenley Jansen can save this game, he'll move into 3rd place all by himself in saves in the National League. But tough hitters coming up. Wendell, then Aguilar, then John Birdie. And the first pitch is hammered down the line near the pole, and Wendell fouls that away. Strike 1. No balls and a strike for Wendell. Paints the corner. Wendell missed 11 games with a sore hamstring. Don Mattingly gave him most of this day off after an 0 for 3 game with an RBI yesterday. And now Wendell wanted time and got it. Save number 11 for Jansen came 2 days ago here with a couple of strikeouts on Friday night. And that's a little low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This guy has been everything the Braves had hoped he would be and even more. Great teammate, great guy, awesomely accommodating with the media.
Yeah.
Does a great job in the bullpen. Obviously, the numbers speak for themselves.
And you love him because he plays a guitar.
Yeah, bass player. And a good one. He's got a record coming out later this year. The pitch is hit in the air toward Ronald off the end of the bat. Acuna is in a stepper 3 and puts that away for out number 1. I asked Kenley about that. I said, what makes you more nervous? Try to close out a playoff game or a World Series with 2 on and 2 out, or playing the bass guitar in front of people? He said, oh, definitely playing guitar.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. Out of his comfort level.
That was a good job there, throwing a slider to get him out front. You saw Wendell's kind of cheating for that cutter, opening up early, and he took advantage.
So Aguilar will be the hitter. Braves have a 3-run lead, 2 outs to get. The 0-1 pitch. The thing you like about the way the Braves are heading west, when they get their leads late, you know how many games Kenley Jansen has pitched in Colorado and Arizona with all those years in the West for the Dodgers. That will not be uncharted waters for him. As Aguilar asks for time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Braves bullpen this month, a sub-3 relief ERA. They have been terrific. The Jansen pitch.
J-Chat. Done.
Two big men getting after it here in the 9th inning. Kenley Jansen for us, Aguilar for the Marlins. The pitch. Bell tie strike inside corner. Generous call, and Aguilar didn't like that.
Yeah, it's a huge difference as a hitter. That's the swing pitch. Definitely got away with one there. And if you're Aguilar, you come in pinch hitting and you're like, he does not need any help. Instead of 3-1, you're 2-2, and now for Jansen, got a chance here to get a second out.
Here it is. Little pop, foul ground. Olsen gives chase. Room on the warning track, reaches over and just out of reach. Oh, if the railing was a foot closer to the bench, he'd have had it. No such luck.
And you're not going to have many first basemen with longer arms than Matt has. That just ran out of room.
Aguilar still talking about strike 2. Hopefully we'll ponder strike 3 after this next pitch with 1 out. Pitch number 6 from Kenley Jansen. And here it is. Didn't chase it. Now a full count.
He wanted to.
Yep. With that cutter, Kenley will have some base runners from time to time, but as you said, Jeff, it's the walks that he really, really wants to avoid. Especially in 1 or 2 run games. Luckily, he's got some more room to play with here. The pitch. And he lost Aguilar. A 1-out walk brings up John Birdie. So Kenley has walked a man in 4 of his last 5 outings. And Aguilar trots to first in a 6-3 game.
That's the one time I will say that for Kenley, I would have loved to seen him throw that cutter there in a 6-3 game. One-run game, Chip, might be a little bit different, but
well, how about a double play ball and salt this one away? Birdie is 0 for 4 today. And a touch high. Difficulty here for Jansen is you go from Aguilar, who's 6'5", 6'6", to John Birdie, who's not.
Right.
Fouled straight back. It's an even count. Pitch number 14 coming up from the Braves closer Kenley Jansen. And right down Peachtree. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
That was a sinker at 93.
Well, a world of options ahead in the count here. Cutters and sinkers are what John Birdie has seen in this at bat. And the next on the way. Straw came out. Nothing fancy about that. Country hardball, and Birdie is 0 for today. 2 outs.
That's a perfect last 2 pitches. Sinker in at 93. And then look at that late cut at 94. To get the swing and miss.
So one more out to get. It's Jazz Chisholm. Chisholm is hitless today in his return from that knee problem that he suffered against the Braves down in South Florida. No need to hold Aguilar with 2 outs and a 3-run lead. He's got a giant lead. He'll take off. And a slow curve in for a strike. Chisholm down 0-1. No stolen base. That's defensive indifference. No balls and a strike. Shift on for Chisholm. There's the Braves defense. Braves are 2 strikes away from winning this series. Jansen comes set. There's that shimmy and the pitch. Right on by. One more, baby, and we head west happy. A ball and 2 strikes. Ball game. That was a good series and a good homestand, Jeff. Atlanta takes 2 out of 3 from the Marlins, their first winning homestand of the year, and a great way to head west against Arizona and Colorado.
Yeah, he took 4 out of 7 games on this homestand. We talked about the pitching the Braves had to face this homestand. Man, you talk about the power they were able to deliver today. Max Fried, 6 great innings for him. Today was a great team win, something you like to see. The bullpen came in, did a good job. And now, Chip, you got your chance to go on a little run here the next 2 weeks on this road trip. Then you come home, get Oakland and Pittsburgh. These bats stay like this, you're going to see them tick over 500 and start making their move.
Kenley Jansen picks up his 12th save, third best in the National League. And the Braves make a winner of Max Fried by a final score of 6-3 today. Jeff enjoyed it. Enjoy some time with the family. We'll see you when we get back from the Western trip. For Jeff Rancourt, for Paul Bird, and the rest of our crew, I'm Chip Carey. We invite you to join us tomorrow night. Spencer Strider will debut as a starting pitcher for the Braves. Zach Gallen for the Diamondbacks. Meanwhile, we'll wrap things up on Braves Live, presented by Xfinity. That's coming up next.